In this video, I'm going to be talking about one of the critical elements of breathing, which is the very first step of breathing. Breathing in and breathing in a particular way. Now, I believe one of the important jobs I have when I teach you how to sing is to increase your awareness of everything that is involved in the singing process. It's almost like I increase your awareness. I make you aware that, oh, there's that, there's that, there's that, there's that, there's that. But then I try to give you techniques that make all of these different bits then work seamlessly together in the creation of beautiful sounds, beautiful singing. But that very first step is creating awareness and increasing awareness. Now, I believe that first in-breath, actually every breath, is done by feeling the cold air coming through your mouth, into your throat, and possibly even into your lungs, and using the breath to become aware that there are cavities inside, those cavities have sides, and that they play a very important role in your singing. I also, number two, believe that if you take the time to breathe in such a way as to feel the air in those cavities, it slows down your mind, it settles your nerves, I think it's good for your posture, and it really puts you in the right frame of mind to be able to focus on your singing. All right, so here are a couple of demos, and remember, this is what I expect you to do every time, as much as possible. Right, so I'm going to stand in neutral. Remember, feet shoulder width, knees straight but not locked, hips balanced over your feet. Let's not talk about the spine, it becomes very complex, but a sense of tallness through the top of the head that opens my eyes to the world around me, and arms essentially dropping from my spine, from my shoulders, as if they are clothes hanging from a clothes hanger. And in this neutral position, where I'm in my space, I'm not afraid of the world around me, I am going to breathe in by letting my jaw go. I like to do a slightly rounded shape in my lips, a feeling of roundness in my mouth. And I am going to feel what happens in my mouth and in my throat when I breathe in. Okay, now if you do that, dropping the mouth, rounding the lips a little bit, and then slowly breathing in and paying close attention to what you can sense, you should feel the cold air against your tongue, your hard palate. If you have a sense of your soft palate, possibly your soft palate, definitely the back of the throat. And I think if you really do it slowly and concentrate, you can even feel it coming into your chest cavity. It's like you can feel them in your lungs. I'm not sure how much we are able to sense what's happening inside our actual lungs, but I can definitely feel a coldness in my chest, especially if it's a nice cold day as it is today. Let's do it again. Neutral posture. I believe you should always keep your head and your eyes open to the world. And I'm going to breathe in with rounded lips, a dropped jaw. I want to have that space, and then I want to experience that space with the in-breath. Now, what's interesting about that breath, it not only increases my awareness of what's inside, but it makes me feel like I can work with that space. So I'm going to breathe in, and I'm not going to try to do anything with my muscles. Rather, I'm going to attempt to experience that in-breath in a different way. So in other words, I'm going to feel that coldness, and I want to see if I can't have a bigger space inside. Can I experience the breath deeper, perhaps more rounder, perhaps a fuller in-breath. But I'm not going to make it, I'm not going to attempt to do anything with my muscles. Rather, I'm going to see if I can shape the breath, if I can increase my experience of the breath. Let's go. Shoulders are nice and down. I'm in neutral posture. Head is up towards the ceiling, a sense of release, a sense of elevation, but also a sense of freedom. So I'm not tight, and dropping my jaw, rounding my lips, breathing in. First and second breath will first be to experience the coldness, and then in the third breath, and I will even show that with my fingers, and on, I will attempt to shape the breath. See if I can feel the breath in this big cavity inside. Breath 1. Now by that fifth breath, I could really feel the breath. It was almost as if I could hold the breath slightly. Now, I don't want you, if you are a young student, to be obsessed with controlling the breath. We don't want to do anything. We want to increase our awareness. Feel that breath going in. See if you can keep the breath in a little while before letting go. See if you can keep that shape that you're forming with the breath as you breathe out again. Obviously, gentlemen, you will know that I upscale the exercises. They become a little bit more complex. I want you to do them with better quality. I want you to add some aspects to them. But all of that is reliant not so much on your ability to do something, but your ability to be aware of what's happening inside. So that is the first step towards breathing, first step towards singing. Sensing, experiencing the breath coming in and using it to increase your awareness of these incredible cavities inside that shape your singing.